RPG Day 2022, August 13th. How would you change the way you started role-play gaming? Wow, probably, I guess, the simple answer is start later. Discovering homes at 8. Um, we just did not know at all what we were doing. I learned all of my tabletop sports board games from my oldest brother. He would sit down and we'd play Pay Dirt and Bowlbound and Status Pro basketball, and he taught me not only the board game, but he would also impart the basic strategies of the sports. So I really had a good foundational base when I introduced Bowlbound to my buddies, or I introduced Status Pro basketball to my buddies, right? So I guess it's too bad. I don't know if I would say I wish somebody had introduced me to role playing, because I hear horror stories all the time about how people were how their origin started and why they never played again, or why they ultimately quit playing because they were with a just a it was a bad experience. And so I'm in many ways grateful I didn't have that experience. But having started so early, probably would have been better if Moldvay had been that first thing, right? It really was. Ultimately, by the time we got the Mauve box basic, Moldvay, certainly we had at least knew what we were looking at that point, and we were able to read that for what it was and go from there, and it became the game we used for years and years. So I guess the big thing would be, how would I change the way I started role-play gaming? I think probably too, there's not a lot I would change. I don't have a lot of regrets. I don't have a lot of bad experiences. Maybe we would have had more acquaintances join us. Most of our gaming, when we started, were all my closest friends, which is a wonderful thing. That's something else we all shared. But we also only played when it was us 5 or 6 guys, right? So we didn't have a lot of acquaintances in the neighborhood, and we were in a fairly big school district, so we had a lot of kids in school with us in junior high and high school. But I should say we, but I didn't reach out and invite classmates that I didn't know very well to our gaming. So maybe that's what I would change, that I might have reached out more, and because we knew there were other people playing, certainly Advanced Dungeons and Dragons and things like that, but we didn't really stretch out, much outside of our core group of guys, certainly playing role-playing games. So maybe that would change that. I don't know. It's an interesting question. I certainly, like I said, I wish I had had a little more foundation. I was probably too young, really, with Holmes to get the best out of it at the time. Anyway, thanks for listening. Have a wonderful week. Bye.